So welcome back to this weekend's market breakdown. Let's get right into it. I'm looking at two pairs, and not really any other ones. In this case, let's go over a few ones that I want to quickly go over and go over the main two that I like to focus on. AUD CAD, nothing going on, same thing, and no sense of direction in this case. Just let it develop a little more, not really focus anything on it. If I were to look at NZDJPY, I do see a sense of direction if it matures, so I kind of missed this, so I would like to see it more develop. Although it's 370 pips, so it is in the area of value that, well, not area of value, but a structure that we don't usually normally see. So we will just, let it develop, and I'd rather collect data on it than to try to get an entry on it and risk my capital. So we'll just let that one flow a little more. This one, EURNZD, it's actually developed a little bit more than I anticipated. But if I were to look at a higher time frame, I do see that it can go higher, right? But in this case, if I were to look at it, in a way, yes, if I do see a trend where it's going, it does look like it's setting higher and higher. If it does break out of this area of value, I will consider it to go a little more. So for instance, if I were to look at this whole leg here, you can capitalize something on it, but I just wouldn't like it because the probability is not that high. It still is, to me, a no man's zone. But again, you can capitalize something on it, but to me, I'm just not comfortable with it to risk my capital. AUD and USD, I mean, Aussie dollar. I'm like tripping a little bit. Aussie dollar, it's the same thing. I don't see a commitment in either direction, so I don't want to lay my eyes on it. CAD, Swiss, if it does, I will want more proof, right? So CAD Swiss, for instance, I still do see it come to the downside if it corrected a little more. I'm not surprised if it comes to the downside, but if I see a breakout, right, an instant breakout, I can see a different direction that CAD is going to be looking for to go in. But also, even if you're not comfortable with it, even if you think, well, if it corrects, it most likely would along, but I will still look at other pairs, right? I will still look at other pairs to conclude my final thought on it. So for instance, if you're still a little bit too confused on where it's going for CAD Swiss, you can also look at CAD JPY. You can also look at Euro CAD and all these other ones to have a final thought on it. So for that one, I would still wait on it a little bit. For Euro AUD, I do see a double top in this area. So let's see how it develops in the area of value that we're looking at. So actually, I would like to put a yellow on it to watch it mature a little more. Because you can capitalize on Euro AUD on this. Let's see if it's going to be a bull flag or ascending channel. So there's still a lot more ways to go. Euro CAD, it's a no man's zone to me. We don't see a commitment in direction, so I would still just let it develop a little bit more, a lot more actually. I would just stay away from it. I wouldn't even focus on it. Same thing, Euro Swiss. It does look like it's trying to do a long setup, but if it sets something up right now, not really anything that I'm interested into getting into. If it develops something sort of in this line, right, I may be interested in buying. I haven't buy this in a while, but 150 pips is pretty valid for something like this on a 30 pip setup. So it could do something. I highly doubt it. I would risk like 0.5% because I don't see enough commitment in this direction. I only see a little bit. It's almost like 3 really small ones and then followed by a big one, which I don't really like. So if I were to risk, I would only risk like 0.5% on it instead of what I normally do on 1%. Euro JPY, if it corrects a little more, right? So what happens here is that this is a double top setup. This does look like it, but what happened is that when the market touched an area of value that we're considering as double top, and it's not rejecting hard, it's almost disrespecting it. In this case, if we're looking at it, yes, it is an ascending channel, but it's also almost setting up a flag for a buy. Will we get in on it? Probably not. It's not a setup structure that I like to get into, that I'm comfortable getting into. I haven't tested enough. There's not enough data in my hand to get into something like this unless it's my structure to get into. So would I stay away from it? Yes, absolutely stay away. Actually, let me take a look at it. If I'd be interested. Nah, absolutely not. I'm all set. I am all set with this one. So, but it could very likely just go for a long setup. I wouldn't be surprised. This one is the one that I really like. What's going on right now is developing a flag, and then we see a lot of big setups for these cells here, so we can be comfortable that it's longing. I am waiting for a setup, looking to bank about 4% on this. Just gotta wait for my call, wait for it to mature a little bit more. I do like it right now as it's creating a corrective leg, and then followed by an impulse, and then the main thing is to focus on the last leg if it's corrective. If it is corrective, I would definitely go for a buy setup. This is inverted, so let's wait on this. Really like it. Looking to bank 4% on it. Euro USD, no commitment. It's almost the same thing as what I was saying before as Euro CAD, no man's zone. And same thing with GBP AUD. I would like it for it to go up to area value to see what happens, but it's still a really long way to go. I should get rid of this. We already went over that last week. Not really anything. Still not seeing a buy or anything, although I do see that it can go to the 90% rule to all the way down here, but we don't really have a strategy on it to go down. If I were to be guessing educated guess, I would think it's still gonna go down. If I have to choose, I would choose the downside. GBP Swiss, it's looking pretty solid for a buy trend right now. So if all we have to do right now is just look for opportunities. So there's that. Same thing with GBP JPY. We can see which direction it's going. Although it is huge. If this setup was to mature, we were looking at about somewhere around here to all the way up here. So it's absolutely a no-go. It's more a data collection. It's more for data than for me to enter. So in this case, if I were to look at it, 600 pips, I've never taken 600 pips on flags before, so it's more for data. Holy cow, look at this one, 1,437 pips. It's actually developing more and more, so it's very interesting to see that these this is like coming through. But just because it was successful in this one scenario, it doesn't mean it would be successful in the next, right? We normally would like to see these setups for us to be more comfortable with it, at least 10 tests, 10 live tests. GBP NZD, I'll just watch it. I still don't feel comfortable in getting in, right? Nothing on this side, nothing on GBP USD. It's almost the same thing as Euro USD. NZDJPY, I may be interested in something, but even then, I still don't think so. 360 pips. And so setup is good. It's pretty solid. Pretty solid setup. If I were to get in this, take my time a little bit. 35. 1 to 10. Yeah, why not? 0.5%. Why not? Let me look at the previous data on this to see if I'll be interested. But it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty solid. I wouldn't reject this. It actually looks pretty solid. I'm gonna try 0.5% on it. I don't want to like be an addict on it because this leg is actually pretty corrective. I wouldn't mind it. I would. Yeah, I would. Let me. After I'm done with this, I'm gonna do a little more analysis on this. Not bad. Not bad. No, absolutely not. Oh, this one is the other one that I really like. So we're seeing multiple occasion of correction and continuations, and this is no different, right? So Euro Swiss, I really like. EURNZD, I really like. Let me do a little more research. I want to do a little more research on this one to see if I ever bank 357 pips on this one. So that's pretty much it. It's quick. I don't want to like make it more than what it is. A lot of these, there's no proof of direction, or there's not enough proof of direction. There's no structures or nothing, so we're not going to be even looking. It just needs more development, right? That's pretty much it. I will be focusing on EURNZD. That's 100%, and then the other one is Euro Swiss. I'm looking to pay about 4%. Just these two looks really solid to me. If it sets something up, I will absolutely be interested in it. So we're gonna be watching out for these two. The other ones, I'm not really interested in it. It needs a lot more development. It needs a lot more things for me to be comfortable to get in on it. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment on what you want me to cover. Maybe psychology, mental, patient, and all these sort of stuff that, just make a comment on it, and I will give my thoughts and my opinions and my idea how you can combat these couple things. But that's pretty much it. If you find value in it, again, like and comment, share, and peace out.